So you're thinking about moving to Raleigh, North Carolina. You've heard a lot of great things about the different suburbs of Raleigh, including the town of Wake Forest. In today's video, I'm going to take you guys on a little bit of a different journey. We're going to take a look at the Google Maps, and we're going to look at every single thing that you're going to want to know about Wake Forest. We're going to take a look at the different areas for shopping. We're going to take a look at some different up-and-coming brand new construction neighborhoods. We're going to take a look at some of the routes going in and out of Wake Forest. We're going to take a look at some of the schools. Pretty much anything that you're going to want to know about living in Wake Forest, we're going to look at in this video. Stay tuned because we're about to get started right now. Hi guys, I'm Mike Sanders with Remax United in Raleigh, North Carolina, your native Raleigh area realtor. Hey, if you're thinking about relocating to the Triangle area and you'd like help from someone who's not only a Triangle area native, but someone who sold quite a few homes, then definitely reach out at the contact information below. Okay, if you've been a viewer on my channel for a while, you've probably seen your fair share of videos on the town of Wake Forest. It's definitely one of my most favorite areas. If you missed it, you might want to go back and check out my video where I did a driving tour of the town of Wake Forest. Well, if you happen to have seen that video, this is going to go along really well with that, because in this video, I'm going to show you guys from a map perspective where everything is in the town of Wake Forest. It's all going to be in this video. We're going to take a 30,000 foot view of the town of Wake Forest map style and check it out. So let's go check it out. Okay guys, here's a bird's eye view of the Raleigh area. Of course, north of Raleigh, you've got Wake Forest. Just slightly southeast, you've got Roseville. Up to the north, about 5 minutes north of Wake Forest, you've got Youngsville. About 10 minutes north, you've got Franklinton. So this is pretty much a general idea of where things are located. The main routes heading in and out of Wake Forest are going to be US 1, which is also known locally as Capitol Boulevard. That's going to be your main north-south route heading into points like Raleigh. If you're heading anywhere in the Triangle area that takes you along the I-540 Triangle Expressway, it's going to get you to that route in about 12 minutes, depending on what section of Wake Forest you live. Also, there is another lesser known route that will get you in and out of Wake Forest, and that is US Highway 401. That is the main highway that leads through the town of Roseville. However, depending on where you live in Wake Forest, you can jump on 401. It's also a north-south route, and it will also get you to I-540 as well as the Raleigh Beltline in just a couple of minutes. So that's kind of how you're going to get places. One thing that you're going to want to know about is Highway 98, which is the main east-west corridor that is going to take you to points like RTP, RDU Airport. It will take you out to Durham. If you're headed anywhere in the western part of the state, Highway 98 is going to get you to I-85. It's technically south, but I-85 will get you to Greensboro, Winston-Salem, your points west. So that's pretty much where the major routes in and around Wake Forest are located. There is one other route that you're going to want to be aware of. It's NC Highway 50, which runs directly off of NC Highway 98. This is another way that if you live in the western section of Wake Forest out towards Falls Lake, that is going to be one of the primary routes that are going to get you into places like downtown Raleigh, Crabtree Valley Mall area, RDU Airport. So yeah, if you live over on this area, Hasentree is located right here. So if you live in Hasentree, then it's going to be very convenient to get into Raleigh on Highway 50. So one other thing that you're going to want to know about where some of the major developments are going on within Wake Forest right now. If you head out just west of the downtown Wake Forest area, here's the new Wegmans that you've heard me speak about before. It's located right off of Capitol Boulevard. So if you're heading out west on Highway 98, that's where you're going to find a couple of the newer subdivisions. Right here off of Kavanaugh Road is where you're going to find Elizabeth Springs. That is going to be a neighborhood that's going to be really convenient to get into downtown Wake Forest. You're only about 10 minutes or so from downtown Wake Forest from that location. Another neighborhood that you've heard me talk quite a bit about, which is one of the best entry-level neighborhoods to get into right now, luxury-wise, is Perry Farm. Perry Farm is directly off of Averett Road, which connects with Highway 98. Bradford Glen is a brand new community that's being developed by Taylor Morrison. If you look on the map, it's where all this construction is going on right now. Right here is a quick look at the community. There's not a lot that has been published about it. There is a website. Right now, there's nothing that's being advertised. I've done I've done at least 2 videos on the community, but currently there's no pricing on it. As we move westbound, there's another community that's directly next to the Wake Forest Reservoir, and that's going to be the Lakestone community, which is right here. That is another really pretty incredible luxury neighborhood that's being built right now. There's one builder that's currently building over there, Baker Residential. You can get in there for around the $1 million price point. It's really nice because you're directly next door to the Wake Forest Reservoir. So that's going to be a really awesome option if you're looking to get into the luxury category. So again, just moving right along, heading into Wake Forest. Some other communities that you're going to want to know about, one of which is Holding Village North. So I've talked quite a bit about Holding Village on my channel. Holding Village, fantastic location. As you can see, it is literally directly across the street from downtown Wake Forest. If you want to be in a neighborhood in the 500 to on up, they have luxury homes over there by Toll Brothers, and you want to be directly next to downtown Wake Forest, well, this is your spot, because from Holding Village, you are in an incredibly convenient location. You just cross right over NC 98, also known as Dr. Calvin Jones Highway, and boom, you're in downtown Wake Forest. So another couple of neighborhoods that you're going to want to know about as we head towards the opposite side of Wake Forest, going westbound. This is where you're going to get into the Falls Lake corridor, which is where you're going to find most of your luxury communities, both Wake Forest and North Raleigh. So another, again, the Hasentree community is right off of this particular road. Camberley, the Waterstone Reserve community, is going to be directly right over here. It's not shown on the map, but I promise you it is there. This is Waterstone Reserve right here. Camberley is directly across the street. So if you're looking for something in the $1.5 to $1.7 million range, then this is where you're going to find those particular homes. Moving right along, going westbound, Falls Reserve is another community that you're going to find right over here. Guys, if you've been a viewer to my channel for a while, you've probably heard me talk about the Regency at Heritage community. It's going to be located directly off of Forestville Road, Wake Forest. It's so brand new, it's not even on Google Earth right now, but this is the area you're going to find the Regency community. Right now, you can get in there. Initially, the homes over there were around $550, $600. Right now, to get something with the upgrades that you're going to want, you're probably looking at more like $650 to $750 range in this neighborhood. As you can see, it's directly across, well, almost directly across the street from Heritage High School, which is also directly across the road, Forestville Road, from the community. Right now, there's a lot of new development going on right here. This right here is Wheatfield Plaza. It's a brand new shopping center. There's a coffee company in there, martial arts.
There is an Asian restaurant in there, I believe. Right over here, directly behind the shopping center, facing Rogers Road, which is the other main route that goes through here. This is where you're going to find Publix, Harris Teeter. Right over here, there's a Chick-fil-A for all you Chick-fil-A lovers out there. This is going to be loaded with all kinds of shopping over here, guys. Zooming back out, you're going to see the Heritage subdivision, which is right here. Other than Regency Heritage, there's not going to be really any brand new construction going on over here right now. Heritage North is pretty much already built out. Gateway Commons, which is the third shopping center within the Heritage community, is going to be over here on the north side of Heritage. Guys, right over here, I haven't even announced this on my channel yet, but right in this section here between the Gateway Commons Shopping Center and over here, which is going to be Holding Village, right here, in this section right here, there is going to be, they have not announced final approval, but right here there's going to be a single family home subdivision and a townhome community right here. And one interesting thing that you're going to want to know about, they're going to continue this road here. It's going to go straight through and connect up with Holding Village North. So you're going to be able to get from all the way from Heritage straight through this new subdivision. I cannot remember. It's something Dunn Creek. I can't remember the name that has been proposed for it. We'll just call it the Dunn Creek subdivision. So it's going to go all the way through Dunn Creek, and then it's going to come out over here into Holding Village. So that is one thing, guys. If you're looking for something that is maybe another 2 years, plus out, that's going to be another community that you might want to consider. If you're curious about where all the major shopping is in Wake Forest, it's pretty much going to be along this Capitol Boulevard, US 1 corridor. Right up at the northern side of Wake Forest is going to be a huge, massive shopping center with a Kohl's. There is TJ Maxx is in there. There's an Olive Garden. There is Jersey Mike's, tons of restaurants. There's a Lowe's Food. You're going to find, this is probably the largest shopping center in all of Wake Forest, right here. When you continue south along Capitol Boulevard, about 5 minutes south, there's another shopping center that contains Target. There's a Home Depot. There is a pet store. There's a Staples office supply store, all right here. Let's see if I can just zoom in where you can take another better look at it. Yeah, PetSmart, Home Depot, it's all going to be right here. There's another Chick-fil-A in there, Chipotle. There's a really good sandwich shop called Firehouse Subs. I go to all the time. Right over here. PDQ is a really good seafood, not seafood, it's a really good fast food chicken sandwich. It's kind of like Chick-fil-A. It's going to be right over here. Again, major shopping right over here along this, we'll call it the US 1 Highway 98 corridor. The brand new Wegmans shopping area is going to be right over here, just east of this 98 US 1 corridor. Guys, right now in this area directly across the street from Wegmans there's going to be apartments on this far northwest side. In the middle here, there's going to be a lot of new commercial and retail options. They have not announced yet exactly what they're going to put right here in the middle. Along on the right side, there's going to be I think they're 3-story townhomes. I've talked about those on my channel quite a bit. That's going to be over here on the far side. Directly across the street, Stanley Martin Homes is putting in I think a 300 home site development right to the east of the Wegmans area right here. So that's going to be some of your heavy duty shopping within Wake Forest. Moving right along, there's also a Sam's Club that's directly off of Capitol. Guys, if you want some heavy duty shopping, like huge mall, the biggest mall within the area is going to be Crabtree Valley. That is going to be about 30 minutes away. So from Wake Forest to Crabtree Valley, there's several ways you can get there, but US 1 to the 440 belt line is going to be the quickest way. The Crabtree Valley Mall is humongous. There are pretty much any mall store you can think of. If you want some shopping, there's another mall that's a little closer to Wake Forest. It's actually called Triangle Town Center. It's going to be right over here by the US 1 540 interchange. Triangle Town Center, it has seen better days. There's quite a few stores that have closed up shop. The Amazon effect, if you will, kind of hit them pretty hard. But there's a Macy's in there. There's Belk's. There's another shopping center directly behind the Triangle Town Center, which has a Target. There's a lot of other, like a Ulta. That's going to be most of your major shopping around Wake Forest. Guys, Wake Forest has a ton of recreational opportunities. There's a lot of public parks here. You've heard me talk about E. Carroll Joyner Park. It is on the northern side of Wake Forest, just off of Capitol Boulevard. It's almost 200 acres of just really incredible recreational opportunities, walking trails. As you can see, E. Carroll Joyner Park has a ton of amenities over there, outdoor playground. There's a lot of walking trails, as you can see. There's a gorgeous lake that goes through the area. There's an indoor basketball facility over there, lots of public meeting space. A lot of classes are offered over there in this facility. As far as some other opportunities, you're going to have those around Wake Forest as well. Smith Creek Park is another right down here, just south of the downtown main shopping area. Flaherty Community Park is another park that's just on the northwest side of town. Lots of facilities over there as well for indoor, outdoor use. Lots of public playground areas. Another really awesome thing that you might want to know about, I haven't gotten the nerve up to do it yet, just over outside of Wake Forest in Roseville is Fantasy Lake Adventure Park. It's primarily a place where you're going to go to do scuba diving. They actually have scuba lessons over there. It's a old rock quarry. It's very, very deep. Right there's a little shot of it. You can go over there and people go over there scuba diving. They actually have rescue personnel that are involved in diving. They go over there and practice. That's a really cool area. Guys, if you're into golf, then Wake Forest is going to be a phenomenal area. You've got quite a few public and private golf courses. Heritage Golf Club is one. It's a semi-private club. Golf Digest magazine rated them 4.5 stars, which is pretty high. It only goes up to a 5 rating. But you got Heritage over here. I think it's, last time I checked, it's around $60 to $70 a round. Don't quote me on that. Over by the seminary, there is disc golf. I'm not sure the price on that. Brevetfield Golf Links is another really cool golf course. It's gotten really busy lately. Ever since COVID, they've been really, really running and gunning over there. I have played a lot of golf over there in the past. Last time I checked, it was probably around $40 on the weekend with a cart. Hasentree Golf Club, that's going to be private. It's a Tom Fazio course. Have not played there. I'm not good enough. Wakefield is another private course. So you're going to have quite a bit of opportunities. As you go over towards Durham, there's another club called Falls Village Golf Club. The Crossing is another one. It's right over here. I played the Crossing before. It's pretty fun. A lot of water. As far as schools within Wake Forest, as you can see, there are quite a few. There are going to be public options, private options. There's going to be charter schools as well. The main public schools within Wake Forest, as far as high school, you got Heritage High School, which is, as the name suggests, is in the Heritage community. Phenomenal school over there. Wake Forest High School is going to be at the northern side of Wake Forest, towards downtown Wake Forest. It's going to be pretty convenient if you live anywhere like this side of Wake Forest, Richland Hills, Wall Ridge, it's going to be pretty easy commute. Another of the schools within Wake Forest that you're going to want to know about are some of the charter and some of the private schools. So Franklin Academy is absolutely incredible. I tried to get my kids into Franklin Academy when they were young, and it's a lottery system. We did not win the lottery, but I'm not bitter. Franklin Academy is a school in which you will get, they get public funds from the state. It's basically, I actually call it the Duke University of private schools or of charter schools, because the education over there is phenomenal. I've got a lot of clients that have kids there. Jones Dairy is a public elementary school. It's going to be over on the west side of Wake Forest. It's been there. It's pretty well-established school. As you can see, they got decent ratings. Guys, I would say that if you want to check out some of these schools, go to niche.com. Their greatschools.org is another great site. The Goddard School, that's a private. It's kind of like a daycare, but they really do a lot of educational offerings there for younger kids. There's a Montessori school in Wake Forest. Wake Forest Charter Academy is a newer school that has only been open maybe 4 to 5 years. That is going to be, I believe, a private school. Their main purpose is teaching the STEM subjects. Envision Science Academy is another school that's going to concentrate mainly on the STEM curriculum. Moving along, we've got Wake Forest Elementary, which is going to be right in the middle of town. St. Catherine of Siena School, that's a private Catholic school. I believe that's the only one in Wake Forest. Moving on along, over toward, it's technically in Raleigh, but you're going to, depending on where you live, your kids, I mean, it's not showing on my map here, but in Wakefield Plantation, which is directly across Capitol Boulevard from Wake Forest. I mean, literally you go through a stoplight right here and you're in Raleigh, and as you move through New Falls and Newts Road, you're in the Wakefield development. No new homes available in there. Tons and tons of resales. It's a master plan community. If you want to see I've shot a couple of videos on Wakefield Plantation. I'll leave a link in the comment section below. But there's elementary school. There's 2 elementary schools, a middle school, and a high school, all located within Wakefield. So no shortage of educational opportunities in the Wake Forest area.
If you're considering relocating to the Raleigh or the Wake County area, and you're sitting out there and you're watching YouTube and you're trying to figure out, hey, is this Raleigh area any good? Am I going to like living there? Are the schools decent? Is it going to be convenient to where I got to go to work? Are my kids going to like it? Hey, you guys are going to want to be able to talk with someone who's not only a Triangle area native, but someone who's sold quite a few homes. Reach out, give me a call, text, email. I'd love to help. I'm Mike Sanders with the Mike Sanders team at RE/MAX United. Thanks so much for watching, and whatever you do, get Mike and get moved.